Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News to interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Woo! People. Welcome back to Unpopular Reviews, Perfect Plex Talk Radio. My name is Mike Knoxxx, and indeed I spell my name with 3 X's because like the week we've had in pro wrestling and the whores that you dated. Well, because they dated me, I'm hardcore. Welcome to the show, the pros, ayatollahs, and rock and rollers, and you, the intelligent wrestling fans, listen to. People always holding it down because without that guy, well, damn it, I'll probably be alone a lot of the time. So shout out to my man King Von G at 720 on the Twitter, the Victorious Ones podcast. Make sure you go find out. Now I'm at 30. I'm all right with that. Still don't like where you put Vince Carter, though. I'm not going to let that one ride. The other than 67. But people, today we got a lot to talk about today. The week that is pro wrestling is before us and in front of us. AEW. What a week. But we're going to talk about Crown Jewel. This pay-per-view, is it? Premium event. Live premium event. Sorry, hit the microphone. We got some beautiful things in this premium live event. Look at this image right here. I believe King Von coined this off of a Marvel comic book, Silver Surfer. Who's the other guy? Was it Iron Man? No, it was Cat. Whatever. Here, tell me in a second. Well, you know you comic book people. I know the iconic image when I see it. And just beyond happy to talk about this pay-per-view. Because some of you people didn't like this thing. Truth being told, a day later, well, 2 days later at this point, because it's Monday, I don't think I liked it either. Too much, to be completely honest with you. I don't think I like this pay-per-view, but I'm going to talk about it. You're going to talk about it. Shout out to the Hit Factors Radio. Shout out to Wrestling Marks of Wrestling Excellence. Shout out to the Wrestling Bureau. Shout out to the DMV Wrestling Sports Group. Shout out to Fire and Ice. My man Phil Bailey and the boys holding us down. A lot to discuss today. Shares are out the way. All the particulars are out the way. You see the thing right there at the bottom of the show. You watch us live right now on YouTube, on Unpopular Reviews YouTube page, as well as my own YouTube page, Mike Knoxxx. You already know how to spell it. Just spelled it all these years. You should be able to get used to it. So, let's talk about this premium live event that was Crown Jewel. We're going to start with that because we got the weekend wrestling. That's fine. I got some good AEW stuff. AEW has some really good things to talk about this past week. All right, I'm serious. I like where they're going with AEW. Okay? I really, really do like what AEW is doing. I really do. In fact, one of the things I want to talk about AEW is doing is right here because we all, bust our nuts for Bray Wyatt, but does Malachi Black get the respect he deserves? Put it up there that way. Yeah, look at it. I'm going to try to get me kicked off of this thing.
What has become of us?
Look at this. Look at this. What they doing? They got some creepy shit right there, man. Look at this. Some Sister Abigail stuff going on. Look at this. They're here. Look, watch this.
You have us burning at the stake so soon, clinging like children to this new world.
Y'all ain't ready for this. If you have not seen this, go watch it, because watch this. But the rise.
Father of the black light, giver of the scythe that takes, giver of the scythe that creates. Forget me not, Father. See me now, Mother.
I'm here for Malachi. I'm here for Malachi Black. Okay, AEW's doing some really good things. Okay, like this past week, but I gotta talk about this premium pay-per-view. Gotta talk about this. What's going on, Scott? It was Thor and Silver Surfer. Thank you very much. Thor and Silver Surfer. What's going on, Hassan? Jason Michael Campbell was trying to Crown Jewel turned out to be better than I thought it was. And even praised Bianca Belair win, but I still think she's complete trash. Fuck you for that, Jason. You know I love you, man. Fuck you for that, man. Bianca Belair is not trash. All right. Horror villain Malachi. What's going on with Charmaine? AEW is extremely turning into WCW. They don't know how to do anything. What was wrong with WCW? What's wrong with WCW? So what if they're turning into WCW? I'm here for it. But I want to talk about this, including your opinions about what you said about Bianca Belair and that match. And honestly, it's because this right here had me excited. Not. You know why this match didn't have me excited? Do you know? Do you know? Do you really know why this match didn't have me excited? I know. But do you know why this match didn't have me excited? Because I knew this bullshit was going to happen. Right there. Right there. Bobby Lashley will never, ever get a fair shake against Brock Lesnar. Now, I'm an intelligent wrestling fan, as you're listening to the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. Anybody knew that knew it all, that when we knew Crown Jewel was coming back and Brock Lesnar walked out and he went after Bobby Lashley, this is the money for the Saudis. They want to see Brock. Now, how do you build this so that Brock can get his check, Brock can get exposed over there in Saudi, meaning people want to see Brock? And again, I'm a Brock Lesnar guy, just not whenever it comes to certain things like this. Even going back to Raw last week, I do not like certain things that Brock Lesnar always does. He called out Bobby. He's, oh, you're too stupid, huh, boy? Can you even read? Stuff like that is very racist. Aryan Lesnar. Okay? That's how you come off, like an Aryan Brotherhood sometimes, Brock. But I still love your professional wrestler, but sometimes you go a little bit too far. But all that aside, how you keep this match entertaining? Well, you do this, right? Bobby Lashley's the Almighty. He's not letting go of the Hurt Lock. That's good. Brock drops down. Think he's going to tap out. 1, 2, 3. Nobody knows what's going on. It's how you keep them both strong, but it's also weak booking. But again, as it's a premium live event in Saudi Arabia, which this is now what, their 5th or 6th one. Someone correct me. That's not really my, forte on keeping the numbers, right? But so is it becoming the norm where we should start to expect storylines to progress away because other storylines did? Just this one I thought was very, very weak booking. Did not like that match whatsoever. Was not a fan. Was not a fan before when I saw the marquee. When I saw him come back, I got a little, okay, Brock. When somebody said, oh, Crown Jewel, I said, damn it. Then he went right to Bobby Lashley. I said, damn it again. Damn it to hell with Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, because we're never, ever going to get, and somebody going to say this to you. They say, well, Mike Knoxxx, are you mad because Bobby Lashley didn't win? I don't know, probably. Everybody else is beating Brock lately. And I thought he got his little win, but did he, satisfying enough? Right? If Brock's going to be out, if you want us to start believing there's a change in the regime of the WWE, then yeah, Bobby wins clean. Or you don't book this match. Because right now, without said people on the roster right now, I said months ago, that no one's beating Roman Reigns currently constructed on this roster that's not Seth Rollins. It just makes the most sense to me. Maybe not to you. Okay? So you say, when I say constructed on the roster currently, I mean actively healthy. Okay? Yeah, I can see Cody doing it, but Cody's not here. Rock's not here. Bobby Lashley's the only other guy that some would say. I've said no to that, but some have said Bobby Lashley could do it. Well, that showed me that it ain't Bobby Lashley that can do it. I thought that was very, very weak. And that started off the show, I believe, if I can remember. Yes, it was the first match on the show. Okay? Also, on this pay-per-view, get the stuff out the way I don't like. Okay? Again, when you saw that these two big behemoths was going to go at it, and they started putting up the tail of the tape, 6'8", Braun Strowman, 335 pounds, 6'1" chest, 21" neck, shoe size 16E versus the Omos, who came out with a wrestling outfit on, which was very oddly. Okay, back to my voice. Okay, 7'3", 416 pounds, chest 62 inches, neck 22 inches, 18E is his shoe size. As my man, you know what I mean, for Fire and Ice podcast, whatever my man Phil, I want to see this shit. Oh, I told y'all that my son Christian loves Giants. I don't think I heard him mention this match. If he did, sorry, son, I ignored you. He probably did mention it. It just went over my head, too, because I didn't want to see this match either. Didn't care who wins. Still don't care who wins. Then, on this premium live event that everybody wants to talk about, we had this right here. Your newly crowned WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Alexa Bliss. No one's better than Asuka. Io Sky. And y'all, we should have known this was happening, right? Right? First of all, shout out to these girls in their outfits. I thought every woman that came correct on this review, all their outfits I thought was how they dress over there. Oh yeah, by the way, I just buried the lead, right? Your new women's tag team champions. Right? Shout out to referee, homegirl doing her thing, also first. All right. Some would say, what they say, hot shot booking, right? The titles changing hands so fast. Well, when we saw the thing with with Alexa Bliss before the interview with the butterfly and the Bray Wyatt thing, that's what we always do. Come back to that. So, hey, that's what we got right now. I kind of expected that. I was 5-1 in our unpopular views predictor, whatever. I'm still the reigning champ because that NXT shit I didn't watch. I didn't participate in that vote, so that doesn't count, which means I technically never lost. And then this time we all three of us tied, so technically I still never lost. So I'm still your undisputed motherfucking champion. So, also on Crown Jewel, what did I like? Okay. I don't think I like this pay-per-view, guys. I just don't. Okay. This was okay, right? The OC, the original club, and the phenomenal AJ Styles taking on Judgment Day and Rhea Ripley. I'm your mommy, right? That's the new shirt that everybody's talking about in our group. I love it. I'll buy that shirt. Not for me, but okay, finish. We knew who's going to win this here, right? Things to expect. This is why I say to certain people again, certain things, if you're not there live, they're just not for you. I know it sounds nice. I know it feels sweet, but it's not for you if you're not there. And Saudi's one of those things. We expect a good show. We put so much pressure on this company for this kind of things. I don't. I stopped with the first Saudi show that happened in the middle of the day. That's what I start with. So, not a fan of that. Wasn't a fan of the ending of that as well. So then, they kind of, sort of picked up, right? Kind of, sort of, kind of. Because Usos, Brawling Brutes and the Usos, what a match. What a match. The Brawling Brutes still even participating, being halfway relevant without Sheamus. All right, because I know nobody really trusts or likes Rich Hollins that much. We all like Butch. Y'all want to call him the Bruiserweight. I'm going to call him Butch because that's his new name. He can be Butch the Cruiserweight, okay? But I'm liking that whole scenario right now. That was a pretty good match. Pretty damn good match. Now, also on this card, from things I didn't like to things I liked, Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre in a steel cage. Did not want to see it. Highly enjoyed this match. For me, this is probably my favorite match of the night. I'm not saying it's match of the night. You know, I know how you guys get all technical butthurt. But for me, this was my most exciting match of the night. Absolutely. Love this match. Love the fact Drew McIntyre won it. He had to win this match. It does not hurt Karrion Kross anyway because how he won the other two previous contests. Very entertaining. Very good match. I hope they're done. I don't know how they got started in the first place, why this rivalry got started, but they're over there. So more than likely, they're not done. All right? Some of you guys on that chicken shit should be used to things not being done. Also, on this card, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to say. All right. Hey, we want some Bailey, and because now it's getting steam, and he just picked up backstage, so maybe this is the time to actually bring him on. Give me a second. Set the things up here. Bring him on properly. What's going on, guy? Welcome back to
What is going on? It's been a while, man. How you been?
I've been chilling and maxing in my B-boy stance. How you doing?
Going quite well. Can't complain.
So back at WrestleMania, you and I in Dallas, we started to notice how fans, most importantly, female fans, and at that point, what WWE was starting to do with Bianca Belair. We talked about it. I always give credit where credit is due, and I say day two. That just means I didn't say it first. I agreed 100% from the beginning, but you said it first, and I just ran with it because I talk more than you do on this network lately. But we both came on and overly agreed and said that Bianca Belair, because now it's getting steam. And I need people to understand where it started. No one was saying that Bianca Belair is the female John Cena before unpopular reviews, entertainment, and crew. We saw it, we witnessed it, and it became no more prevalent, to me anyway, as it continues to grow steam as it did at Crown Jewel. Okay? Can I also just say, dope ass outfit. Okay? I had to. If you
for Bianca, yeah.
I told you all.
You know, the people I watched this. The people I watched this with didn't particularly care for the outfit. I said, but that looks like something she would wear normally, you know, without showing any type of skin. It was a really good outfit on Bianca Belair.
She could wear this to a parachuting on a motorcycle. She could wear this thing out to maybe not to the club, but she might be a little bit hot. But Bianca, she wins the match. But, you know, everybody loved this scene. I absolutely hated this entire match. The only reason why I did not put it in my tops of hating from bottom to worst is because it's Bianca Belair and it's Bayley. And here's why I tell you why I didn't like the match. For the first time, which is probably my fault. Remember, I tell everybody, it's how you book something, right? For me, how this match was booked, I would have rather have seen them actually go at it. I'm looking to see some heated fight between these two girls at this point. And all I've gotten to this point is the fluff matches and even the finish. Even the finish. And I speaking to somebody earlier said, yo, I actually like the finish. But I said it was my man Scott Malone's. I think he said it. How he never seen nobody do the ladder that way. I've seen someone do that before and not be able to come out of the ladder. Maybe not in this kind of a settings, but maybe I think even so. You know, my mind be playing tricks on me. But I just didn't like it. I thought it was too gimmicky. It wasn't enough action between the two girls. I absolutely did not like it. I'm glad she won. She should have won. This belt should definitely not change place over there, as the tag team belts have done. But we knew that we had to get them belts back off of them because if, you know, what we hope to be coming, but we don't know what's coming down the road. But I'm assuming you like this match?
I did like this match. I didn't like that spot you showed with them on top of the golf cart. At first, I liked it, and I thought that she was going to drive into the ring, and then Bianca was going to, not Bianca, Belair was going to fall in. But then she slowed down. I was like, yeah, that was a waste of my time. But it was, I thought it was a pretty good match. It did exactly what it needed to do. I'm about sick of these two. Remember, they were feuding for a while before Bayley got injured. So for them to come back and pick up exactly where they left off. Look, and shout out to the Dirt Sheets. I know they're all saying this, nothing's been confirmed, but you know how they want to make Hell in a Cell big again as a blow-off match. Bianca and Bayley had a Hell in a Cell match. That should be it. I shouldn't see anything more, yet they've had 2 or 3 other matches since then. So I have a problem with that. But, you know, whatever. I think this should be I would say this would be the end of the feud. You know, and forgive me, I'm coming in late. Did you talk about the tag team titles?
The women's, yes. I talked about that earlier. So
the people I watched this with thought that whoever was going to win that tag team title match, that person's third person was going to win the women's title. And I said, no, Bianca was always going to win the title. She was not going to, she's not losing the championship to Bayley. No. That's not what Bayley's there for. Plus, they don't want all that trio to have all the titles because they don't want them to be the female bloodline or something. You know, we already have one faction that has all the titles. Mm-hmm. Don't want it to be the women's. Now, the match itself, I don't think it was bad. I thought it was entertaining. Like I said, it did what it had to do. But this is all leading into the next pay-per-view because these women,
saw that from the promotion they were doing for Survivor Series, which you will be at, which King
maybe.
I know that Mo_Eaton's going, Belt Kings. I know they're going. Screw you people in the Northeast. Well, I'm sitting here trying to go see Black Panther. We're in the middle of another hurricane coming in the next 24 hours.
Yes.
What the H?
Tropical storm.
Gosh darn it, Geraldo, Faldo, Waldo. But yeah, I love Bianca. I think she is the female John Cena. We said it. I seen the crowd. I seen the kids. You seen the ponytails starting to come out.
Who's she losing the title to?
The one that everybody hates the most.
You think she's losing to Charlotte?
If she was to lose, I think she's the only one that can take the heat enough.
I think Becky's winning.
I think her and Becky, the only one can take the heat. But
Becky's going to win because I think
after watching Young Rock and now Becky's Cyndi Lauper and Young Rock, Becky cannot come back heel.
No, and she's not going to come back heel
because she left face.
Right,
with the handshake.
She left
and all
face. That was supposed to be her face turn.
Right.
I see her defeating Bianca and going to challenge Ronda Rousey. That's why Ronda Rousey's a heel now.
Well, Ronda Rousey and my girl Shayna Baszler is the greatest thing on SmackDown.
They need to take those tag team titles, and I don't care who you are. Yeah, they're taking those tag team
titles. They can have the world titles and the tag team title. I think Ronda can be that good right now, but
she can carry that.
Moving on, because again, I didn't like this premium live event, people. I just wasn't a fan. But again,
you're the minority.
Everything's not, and I am in this. And you know, typically I see your comments, and I get to all them momentarily when I get through this real fast. We talk about Thor and Silver Surfer. All right, right here. But this right here, I ain't gonna show the video clips. They be trying to cancel us. All right,
they definitely will cancel this.
WWE. That's why I put images courtesy of Logan Paul and WWE. Stick around, okay? All right, let them to this, okay? But I will say this much, people. I said this at WrestleMania. I hate that I like this guy. I absolutely hate that I like Logan Paul. I want that to be more clear than it cannot be clear than being clear. I don't like Logan Paul. Don't want to like Logan Paul. The boy is a star. Hands down. Flat out. Not his punk ass brother. Okay.
He has a better look to him, I'll say. That being Logan Paul. He has a way better look than Jake Paul. Jake Paul came out and I was like, this guy, seriously. You know,
I thought it was Sami Zayn's midget.
Logan Paul is I mean, you can't deny what you see out of Logan Paul. Yes, he's only had 3 matches, but he puts on 3 solid matches, and my man does moves very crisp for somebody who's only had 3 matches. I don't know how much time.
I don't know. Some of the Samoan Dynasty was like, you did your move wrong, and that's why you got hurt. Some members of that family. Just so
anybody can get hurt anytime. Okay, anytime. This man delivers a great frog splash. He delivered the what was that? Clothesline?
He hit that wrong. That was flush. When that man, I wish I could play the video for those who ain't seen it. When that man went, that was real. Okay. That man, it was like if you watch the channels on MTV like I do, what you can catch us on Tuesdays night or Wednesdays nights. Sorry about myself and Captain C after the show goes off and the man hit the water one time. I'm like, that's exactly how Logan Paul sounded. But Logan Paul is a star in the making. Star now, not in the making. I didn't want to see this match. We've made fun of this match.
It was a good match.
It was probably the
solid.
best match of the night.
Yeah, it was very solid.
It was probably the best match of the night, and I didn't want to see this match whatsoever. But I thought this guy, I said it at WrestleMania, he's a star.
You can tell he was
right
having
now.
a good time too.
Yeah.
Did you talk about? And once again, I apologize, I was late. But
if I'm this
did
late,
you
you're not
talk
right
about the best part of Crown Jewel?
I have not talked about Bray Wyatt yet.
Not, oh God, it was definitely not Bray Wyatt. That's my worst part.
I didn't know what you were going to talk about because
I want to talk about the drones. WWE's production, the drones, those little
the lights.
Yes. Oh my God, like Drew McIntyre's sword
Yeah.
was spectacular. I would be remiss if I didn't shout out Drew McIntyre's sword, how it looked. Bianca Belair's lips and hair. It was just really impressive. The production of WWE is second to none.
I see this right here, Jason. Apparently, Logan's injury is a brutal for WWE. I don't think he had that big of a contract in that way. I think he kind of had like a Brock Lesnar deal. But again, I don't know this. This is my belief.
Right. He's not full. I mean, he's full time, but he's not like, you're not going to see him on Raw or SmackDown every week. You're not going to see him in the house shows consistently. I do believe he will make an appearance at a house show now and then because
amongst who?
The people who do frog splashes right now. He is one of the best, not the best.
It's better than Dominic Guerrero's.
What about Seth Rollins?
No.
Kevin Owens?
Absolutely not.
Definitely not doing Montez.
No. So therefore, he puts them 4.
But
that's just one company. So let's go with other companies. So that's not even fair, right?
Okay. Keep going. What you got?
Okay. Scott Pillay. Man still behind a finished crown jewel will do tonight, though.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand it either.
Forgive me.
It's okay. What was the point of having the women's tag team champions in a crown roll than they to have the match on Raw? Easy. That's just wrestling sometimes. I think in certain titles,
this is George's favorite titles.
No, that's fine.
He loves the women's titles.
That's fine. No, I don't care what title it is. Titles are story is story, and things happen because you know what? If it's a long reign, it's a problem. If a short reign, it's a problem. If it's a quick reign, it's a problem.
I can tell you why they did it. They did it because they needed to sell. I mean, it should sell itself, but they needed to sell War Games.
That match
they needed to add
the pay-per-view.
They already lost to Damage Control, so they needed to get their win back, even though they were going to lose it completely. Because the storyline is with Damage Control having those tag team titles. I see Asuka and Alexa Bliss probably feuding.
I can't see this being 20 years too late. And I'm gonna tell you why,
really
Jason.
Go.
No, but I'm gonna tell you why, Jason. It's not the concept's not 20 years too late because every Survivor Series still sells out. This isn't a house show, but this is what I don't think fans who and I don't know exactly, Jason. And I've always thank you and appreciate your being here, but I don't know how many shows you actually go to a year. And I always talk about being there. There are people that come from all over the world to these events. Okay, and when you're at these events, you're happy to be there. People ask me all the time about my WrestleMania stuff, right? Nothing beats this past WrestleMania weekend for me ever inside of a WrestleMania. Not the best WrestleMania to me, but I had more fun at that where we were and the excitement we had. I cheered for people I don't even like because that's what happens when you go to wrestling and you're in this crowd and it's electric. So is it too late? Yes. 20 years? No. Could it have been done 5 years ago when they brought up NXT the first time? Yes. But hey, I'm a fan who's not going to hear and complain for that. And I can also see Charlotte as well. I appreciate because we all know that Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat a little bit more.
Charlotte needs a fresh start, but I just don't see her taking the title for Bianca because I don't think she wants to. She's a big fan of Bianca.
I don't think she wants to. I'm not saying I'm not calling for it to happen either.
But you never count out Charlotte Flair. She wins shit that she should not win all the time.
I was waiting for you to say something, Michael.
I don't see how he was screwed.
I thought no, I don't get that. I don't because I explained why he was. I'm gonna tell you why he was screwed, and this is I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you exactly. I said earlier in the show, and I don't mind repeating my goddamn self. And here's why. Then we're gonna take a break. As a intelligent wrestling fan, this is a show for the intelligent wrestling fan. You knew when you saw Brock Lesnar comes back, you knew he was going to be a Crown Royal. You knew he came after Bobby.
No, I don't think he was going to be a Crown Royal.
You know, Crown Jewel, whatever. You knew he was going. You knew Bobby was going to lose the match. You knew Bobby was going to lose the match.
Yeah.
The reason why we say Bobby gets screwed is because Brock Lesnar has let the top of the top guys beat him and beat him clean. If you're going to build Bobby Lashley, every time, I'm going to say it again, I'm repeating exactly what I said earlier for those who called up to the show late and for you as well. Bobby Lashley is shysted every time he goes against Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar, Aryan Lesnar, always refers very, very racial comments and slurs to him in their promos. Every time. He calls him boy. He says he's too stupid to read. He doesn't do that to other people he fucking talks to in his promos. He never does that. But he always makes Bobby sound like he's the big, dumb black guy. Because to wrestling fans, aesthetically, like I talk about females, he's the black Brock Lesnar. Okay? Yes, Brock's way more entertaining. Yes, Brock's Brock. I'm not taking none of that. But if you're going to build Bobby Lashley to be that guy that can probably beat Roman Reigns, which to me, like I said earlier, only Seth Rollins currently on the roster today that's healthy can do that, in my opinion. You just shot him in the foot and you make him strong by the whole hurt locker to the 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I get it, whatever. No, let this man finally win a match against Brock Lesnar clean. Not the way he did when he won the title, and it was just the way they got treated afterwards, and how even Roman disrespected the title. They just completely shitted over him for that whole moment.
My only reason I come out was slightly disagree, and I'm not saying you don't have a valid point. You do.
Yeah, I said Crown Royal.
Yeah,
shout out to the KNOXXXers.
You just want to have a drink, but name a time in the last 10 years, maybe 11, because technically it's 2020. Yeah, 10 years since Brock.
She's not up there with Trish and Lita. She's above Trish and Lita.
Arguable. But since he's been back, and since he came back in 2012, name another time where Brock Lesnar was dominated physically throughout an entire match like he was tonight. I mean, last night. Well, 2 nights ago.
If you call that physically dominant, I would say the way that my man Roman Reigns whooped his ass. So when it took the whole bloodline, a briefcase, and everything else.
I agree with you. I that's true. That's actually 100% accurate. But one-on-one, nobody's defeated by put the screws to Brock Lesnar.
I didn't think that was what you're calling it, because the match was so short-lived. And I don't like the way that Brock Lesnar suplex Bobby Lashley all the time. I think personally Brock Lesnar does not want to work with Bobby Lashley from everything I've ever seen inside the ring when they're together. Every single time.
He put him over at the end, so I can't agree with that.
Is it his job to put him over? Is the company job to write him over? So how did he put him over?
What I mean by that is at the end of it, and I don't know if they'll still show it, but at the end of the match, Brock Lesnar told the referee to tell him to put him back in the hurt lock to get more heat. Okay. That was on the spot. That was not planned before, right? But because they saw the reaction Bobby was getting, they saw the reaction Brock was getting. Brock, who has a mind for the business, say what you want. He has a mind for the business. He told the referee, and then the referee walks over. Watch the thing again if you people have time. After he said something to the referee walked over and told him what was up, waiting for the commercial break.
Lesnar. That's why I call him Aryan Lesnar. All right. Listen, I've gone a little far. I still got the weekend wrestling to talk about. We want to keep commenting about Crown Jewel, which I'm renamed it Crown Royal. All right. We're going to have the weekend pro wrestling coming up because, guys, 25 years ago, the Montreal screw job. And no matter what, never
have the insights to do it.
I love showing that video, and I love Bret Hart with all my heart. I really do. Pun intended. We'll be right back, y'all. Pop Review.
It's Colleen and Kim versus Annalise and Tommy. And on paper, these are the 2 weakest teams in the game. Who else? Now, let me hear.
No. Because I understand what you mean. But Tommy was just the weakest in this whole game. My boy Kim, he was a star. The way he was holding it like this, and he was so stone-faced.
And he was giving him he was giving him pointers. Like, he's supposed to be beating Tommy. He's giving him pointers. Like, oh, try this. He's like, oh, he's in the confessional. Like, should I squat? Should I bend over? Should I sit? Like, sorry, I just can't get over Tommy. Like, I can't get it up. I just can't get it up. I just can't. Like, I'm sorry, Tommy. Like,
I'm not gonna lie. When you said that, I sat here and said, "Poor Tommy is just struggling in life. He can't get it up. That is just awful thing. That is when a man has to say that. It's sad day."
So I'm gonna start with the women's list, and I know y'all gonna butcher me here, right? Shuri from Stardom. I knew where she's from. Right? I don't say, I'm not gonna lie, like you motherfuckers be out there, you melon farmers, be acting like y'all watch every single thing in professional wrestling. No, I don't. I hear the name, I see it. Oh, okay. Cool. Big she's supposed to be. The WWE is the #1 business in professional wrestling around the world. There's no reason Bianca Belair was not #1 last year when she got shysted, and I'll let it ride because DMD Dr. Britt Baker had a hell of a year. Still should have went to Bianca. And she still don't get it this year? Y'all tripping. Do not Susan Lucci the female award to Bianca Belair, the best female wrestler in the business right now. Now, I didn't say she was the greatest because y'all know who the greatest women's wrestler.
What is the next segment, Sawyer?
Okay, so now we have, after the match, after R-Truth's taken away and Grayson gets all his glory, we are now left with Ava Raine. And Ava wanted to explain why she made the decision she did.
Yep.
I love that they did this because if they would have just went on like, well, she just decided, no, that would have been done. They had her explain it, and she explained it so well. Honestly, she's so, like, far ahead on the mic. Like,
ooh, you think so? Okay.
Her talking, like, she's really good. I feel like, but honestly, why was I thinking anything other? Like, why would I think that her mic skills or any talking skills would be like, you're the Rock's daughter. Like, it's gonna be somewhere up.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man. NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Alright, everybody, of course, it's King Von Jr. on behalf of the Victorious Ones podcast and Perfect Plex Talk Radio. And here I am with your Week in Wrestling History. On this day in 1979, Harley Race defeats Giant Baba to regain the NWA Championship in Japan. And of course, that was in 1979. So 1985 was when the Wrestling Classic debuted, and Macho Man Randy Savage won the tournament of that event. In 1994, November 7th, Vince McMahon announces live on television that Macho Man Randy Savage made his WWF departure, his exit, and Savage never showed up on WWE television ever again. All the way leading up to his death in 2011. Later only went to the Hall of Fame. And of course, on November 7th, 2017, AJ Styles wins the WWE Championship by defeating Jinder Mahal. On November 8th, 1975, Nick Bockwinkel wins the AWA Championship, ending Vern Gagne's reign as the longest AWA champion of all time. And of course, on November 8th, 2005, Eddie Guerrero had his last match against Mr. Kennedy. November 9th, of course, 25 years since the infamous Montreal Screwjob at Survivor Series 1997, the same night that Vince screwed Brett. I will say that, and Vince deserved that black eye as well. November 10th, of course, in 1993, WCW Clash Champions, Ric Flair, retained the title that night. Of course, in 1997, November 10th, Eddie Guerrero defeated Rey Mysterio Jr. for the Cruiserweight title. In 2011, the WWE Network revealed the new logo for the upcoming network. So as far as birthdays, November 7th, King Kong Bundy would have turned 65. November 8th, Okada turns 35. November 9th, Chris Jericho turns 52. Pete Dunne turns 29 on November 9th as well. November 10th, Cowboy Bob Orton Jr., father of Randy Orton, turns 72. November 11th, Leo Rush turns 28. LA Knight turns 40, and Billy Gunn turns 59. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man. NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Vaughn doing it again, dropping the jewels.
Well, I can't agree necessarily with that because he surely said that Vince screwed Brett and deserved a black eye.
No, I definitely say Brett screwed Brett.
Brett screwed Brett. Okay, he screwed Brett.
I agree with that, and we We can talk about, and I say that because I've always said the same thing when it comes to professional wrestling. And I said this when it came to Boston Glow. I said when it comes to Brock Lesnar. I said when it comes to Shawn Michaels. I don't care who you are. Your job is to do what the company tells you to do. That's your job. Your job is to put over. So if you were told to do something, you're supposed to do it. And I also thought that he was very unreasonable in what he was asking for, in my opinion. All right, but I will never forget this look on his face. Going the whole WCW after that, the walkthrough. And yeah, I still agree with you in them parts, King Vaughn Jr., 720 on the Twitter, Victorious Ones podcast. Vince did deserve the black eye. Vince deserved that big loogie in the face that he got. Vince deserved everything that he got because he did say one thing and did something different. That was the only problem I thought Vince did. Vince should have just stuck to his guns and said no. But Vince wanted that money of that show, and he did what he thought was right. So when I say I got on my arm, the best service, the best there was, the best there ever will be. I'm a huge Bret Hart fan, but Bret definitely screwed Bret.
Have the insights to do it.
Are you still there? Or are you frozen? Okay. Well, you already know my opinion. I think Bret Hart screwed Bret Hart. That's just it. Vince didn't deserve no black eye, okay? Because Bret didn't want to do business. But you're watching Perfect Plex from or presented you by UPR. I'm the executive consultant. Mike Knoxxx will be here once he resets his internet. I don't have a spreadsheet here. I don't know what he's going to talk about, so I'm just going to go into some of these commercials right here. George Samuel Lewis says, I'm giving Crown Jewel pay-per-view a solid B. It was a good pay-per-view. Mike, don't ignore me. Leader by a landslide. Remind me what you were talking about there. Tommy can't get up. Sad days sound sad to me. Mike's commercial cracks me up. It's like Suge Knight is playing the diss track beat in the background. Agree, Vaughn. I can't wait until they do something with Bray Wyatt. Let me tell you something about Bray Wyatt. I think that was the weakest part of Crown Jewel. I mean, he does the same thing week in, week out since he made his return last month at Extreme Rules. He comes out, he says, thank you, I'm this, I'm that. And then Uncle Howdy shows up in the background and says, oh, you're not the real you, and this is what it do. It's kind of annoying. Can't stand it. And I'm a big fan of Bray Wyatt. He was actually my number one draft pick when we did mock drafts not too long ago. But I can't get behind Bray Wyatt. The way his storytelling is, sometimes it's too long and I lose interest. I need to see something different. I need to see who this Uncle Howdy is. Is it Bray Wyatt? Is it Bo Dallas? Is it somebody else? I need to see, is the Wyatt Six going to be a faction? Is he bringing more family members? What is going on with Bray Wyatt? You don't have to give it to me all at once, but at least spread it out more. Because like I said, Uncle Howdy showing up every week and doing absolutely nothing. It's kind of tiring. That is my exact reason why I said that about Vince. Vince is an asshole. I'm an asshole. Mike's an asshole. Half of y'all are probably assholes, but at the same time, just because you're assholes don't mean that you're dicks. It's one of my favorite sayings. And when Vince did that, right, he treated Bret Hart like a son. He looked at Bret Hart like a son, and he was probably disappointed over the fact that he was trying to convince Bret of something he wasn't willing to do. So he saw no other way out of it. Not saying that was a good thing for him. Vince's part, he may be straight up and honest, but I don't know how else to put it. I'm just going by the mindset of Vince. Plus, he wanted out of that $3 million. So he wanted out of the $3 million contract so he could pay Mike Tyson. And that's actually probably the pivotal reason why the WWE ended up dethroning WCW from the top. Bray's new music is keeping me in it. Bray Wyatt's new music is actually pretty good. It takes a while, just like his promos. It takes us a while to get to where I wanted to hear, but it's actually a really good music. Whose entrance is longer, Bray Wyatt's or Roman Reigns? That's a good question, right? Undertaker went down as having the longest entrance in wrestling, followed possibly by Triple H, but Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt both have some long entrances. Okay, somebody just popped up backstage and says no internet connection, so I'm pretty sure that's just his way of saying that he lost internet service, and he's going to have to do it in a way I know he hates to do it. He's going to have to join by mobile device. He's doing his best impersonation of Stephen Willie Beeman if he comes here. I just hope he's going to be stable. But this time, before he comes on, let me go ahead and shout out to Unpopular Review, who's the sponsor of Perfect Plex, because Unpopular Review is celebrating their 4-year anniversary next year, started in 2018. 4 years next year, and we're going to have a show each and every single day. As far as wrestling, we're going to have a show immediately after Raw, immediately after NXT, immediately after AEW Dynamite, and immediately after SmackDown on Thursday. A special top 5, but pay attention and look out because we're going to bring some old hosts and some old guests back from beyond to celebrate Unpopular Review for 4 years. So you joining us that way? Or, okay. You need me to bring you on, or you good? All right. Here you go. Looking so happy, man. Looking so happy. What's up, Mr. Mike Beeman? I'm sorry, Mike Knoxxx. How you at?
You know,
welcome back.
Yeah, I can't ever be compared to Willie Beeman because, as you see, I got my headset. I'm here. I went out, and I'm still here looking as pretty as I can look in HD. So that's how that works. But I have no control. I have no idea what's happening on. What I can never stand about the people I have is how I'm always off, but I hear them kids out there screaming and still playing, and I know they're online playing. It never makes any sense to me either. But it clearly says there's no connection right now. By the time I think it's so confusing. I think my kids say they play offline gaming, whatever that is, but all the games are digital download copies. So, anyhow, so you have to control the panel for me right now. I have the I was about to install, but you don't have it now. So go ahead and play that week in AEW for me, please.
No problem.
We'll be right back.
I'm gonna find it. You know, you always put so much stuff.
John Knoxxx.
Now the slick jabs on hop. Eat the pigs on hop here. To win that the third looking good right now, and the 80 more names for that Eliminator tournament coming up Friday on Rampage. Our main event for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. Pretty strong, but these guys have pushed each other to the limit.
Well, that's the way to do it with a pump handle. It's a tighter throw.
Oh, God.
Maybe not.
Cage tries a Joe reverse. Joe got him. Joe changed arms, and now he's got Cage locked in.
You're not getting that left.
That's how quickly it can change, guys, when you're in against Samoa Joe.
That was a heavy battle. Sorry, heavy battle.
Yeah, it was a tough win, but a great win for Samoa Joe.
Hang on.
Now the Gates of Agony, the other members of the embassy, that's Bishop Khan and Ward Joe. It's Wardlow. Wardlow and...
Well, Wardlow definitely is.
Wait.
Hang on, wait.
It's Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs. Damn. I'd like to cap us off on Dynamite. And thank you for joining us here tonight.
Hey, Lethal's got to stay focused.
Wait. That's Sting's coat.
Who the hell is under there?
Is this what Jay Lethal had up his sleeve for Darby Allin? Jay Lethal setting him singing Cole Carter.
Well, it'd be a 4-on-1 deal. It counts that in them as two people, actually.
Yeah, it could be a 5 or 6-on-1 deal, but we've seen Sting overcome worse odds.
Wait, what the?
Holy hell.
Oh, hold on a second. That's not.
Is that? He's waiting on Sting and dude. Jeff Jarrett, what the hell? Chris Jericho said he would defend the Ring of Honor World Championship against a former ROH champion, and Colt Cabana answering the call here tonight in Baltimore.
Yeah,
it comes down to numbers again.
Watch out!
Yeah!
Wow.
Now go back at it again.
The winner of this match and still Ring of Honor World Champion, Chris Jericho.
Oh, the battle there. Hey, Colt Cabana, tip my Jericho. Chris is going too far here.
No, he has it. Oh, wait a minute. Claudio Castagnoli.
Big fight here.
This is a major fight, and it's right on the end.
It's dangerous out here.
Sammy Guevara
out here now.
Guevara, he's holding back Claudio and raining down right hands. And now what they need to do. Yeah,
I agree with all live crowd. Let him fight.
Yeah, let him fight. Go ahead. I don't care.
Maybe they'll take you out.
I'll tell you this much, guys. AEW, like I said, I played the Malachi Black segment. I'm not here now in the studio. Thank God that Chris did, the executive consultant, decided to show up today and help me out. So I'm not there. I had the little clip also played about how, if you haven't seen it, just go and watch at this point. The AEW, they did a video of the Elite coming back and how they raced them. I thought all that was brilliant this past week. I didn't show the stuff with Jay Cardell and the belt situation. Shout out to Ricky Starks. Please get him out of that AEW contract. Give him a WWE ASAP. I didn't like this guy at first. This man he probably the best thing I like in that company. That's not from somebody that I already know. But them getting Jeff Jarrett, I know Jason asked this early in the program. I don't care if it's WCW. I used to love WCW. I'm okay with there being an alternate, right? I don't want to compare the two because, hey, there's no comparing them. They're two different programs completely. But I really, really like what they've been doing the past couple of weeks. I'm really a fan of AEW. That's why they put that little clip together. I knew today was mostly about Crown Jewel, a.k.a. Crown Royal. And I'm here for that. So, yeah, even with the Raw preview, I'm completely off the internet right now. This is really insane how nothing plays for me. This is insane. I'm completely fibercast right now in the system. But Raw is tonight. That is the main thing going on tonight. Anything you want to talk about that I had left? Because I'm a little, the Montreal Screwjob, I think, is still very important. Like I said, it's been 25 years ago today that happened. I am in that minority, but other than that, I just thought the week was overall a very good week. But I will give my belt grade, real fast. What did he say?
Damn, his head is still big as hell off the phone.
That's what she said. So I would give Crown Jewel a 3 out of 5. Man, I don't want to be disrespectful when I give this belt grade, but I give it a 3 out of 5 Miz world title reigns. Like, it was entertaining, but at that point, I didn't like that Miz until you can hate me now when he lost when he retained. So that's where I put Crown Jewel. I understood it. I got it. I'm intelligent enough. I understand it. But overall, thank God for Logan Paul, because I think him and Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, your tribal chief, saved what was the best part of this. Because I didn't like a lot of other aspects. And then I like Bianca Belair and Bayley's match. Not them, just in like the match itself. Whoever booked the match, or the manager of that match. I didn't like the match. My best parts of the pay-per-view was, I would say again, Karrion Kross and McIntyre's match inside the steel cage. I was very entertained by that. But overall,
I thought they had a better match than most people would have given credit for.
This premium live event was just okay to me, but I enjoyed it. I watched it in the middle of the day at work on a Saturday. So it was pretty awesome. What's your final thoughts on this one here, executive consultant?
I thought Crown Jewel's a good 3.5, solid 3.5. If I would do the title reign things that you do, I would say AJ Styles' first title reign in WWE world title reign. Which was recently, by the way. It was very solid. Nowhere near the best pay-per-view of the year. And cheap plug. The next month we're going to have our unpopular review year-end awards. And I wouldn't nominate Crown Jewel for pay-per-view of the year, but it wouldn't get worst pay-per-view of the year for me. It was just, it was decent. So that's my opinion on that.
There it is. So listen, guys, we're gonna get up out of here. Chris is gonna get my theme song ready and willing. It's the first video under videos. Listen, guys, I appreciate you always tuning in. What'd I say?
Fibergasted.
Okay, I thought you can't put a comment up there and don't let me read it, man.
You have a small phone.
I have a small phone. I have an iPhone 11 Plus. There's nothing small about my phone. Just because your big head ass with your little ass hands need to have a big ass phone because you're overcompensating for your wardrobe don't mean nothing. My phone's the same size as your phone. You got like about a half an inch bigger. Can you please listen, guys, do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me and don't love God. We are out of here, y'all. Fingers.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News, the interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping.